It's your boy Revolutionary Cuz. I am your favorite freedom fighter, favorite freedom fighter, thugging it everywhere. Don't believe me? Ask that bitch nigga about me. You dig? I apologize. I've been MIA like Officer Rose, but your boy's still crippin'. I'm not tripping. I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, let's get into this shit. This is a motherfucking family feud. All right, let's start with the beginning of this shit. Like, okay, for everybody, as everybody know that's been following the hip hop, the history of hip hop, back when Dipset was a part of Rockefeller, or even a little bit after. You know, when 50 Cent came in the scene, there was a beef between 50 Cent and Cameron. And, you know, Jim being, you know, a part of Dipset, I guess 50 Cent kind of lured him into coming and performing at one of his concerts in the middle of a so-called family feud. And everybody's like, yo, like, that was some dirty shit. And we know how 50 is. 50, if you... And this is going to be another one of my segments, a situation with him, Big Meech and Little Meech and Rick Ross. But like the way 50 feels is like, if you fuck with any of his ops, I don't fuck with you. Like down to Irv Gotti on his motherfucking deathbed. Rest in peace, Irv. I'm going to do another segment on Irv today. Like he's not fuck with you until the end of time. Like, so everybody looked at Jim like, yo, that was a slap to the face to your man. Like, we don't give a fuck if it's a great business opportunity. It was already a slap to the face with the situation with Cameron and Jay-Z, but that's a whole nother level. So, okay, 50 Cent's lured him back, you know, to a little concert when it was beefing, yada, yada, yada. Here we are damn near 15 years later. 15 plus years later. Cameron, of course, is doing his media thing. You know, he's one of the biggest names out here after like the Drink Champs, the Breakfast Club. Like he's definitely up there with the greats. Him and Mace, their show is, the numbers don't lie. It is what it is, and then talk with Flea. But going on with the story, he did an interview with 50 Cent. Of course, Yayo was there. We got the Tony Yayo pre-roll coming soon. A lot of dope shit coming your way. I apologize. My shit been dormant, but I've been working hard. But I said he had Tony Yayo up there, Uncle Murder. And I guess that's like what the last of G-Unit is. So, you know, as he's interviewing 50 Cent, you know, 50 Cent's been popping. He had the shit in Louisiana. So, you know, after the shit with him in Louisiana, he did a sit down with Gilly and Wallow, which is like the first time he's actually sit down with an urban podcast. So, you know, Cameron was next. So he was talking about their previous beef. Because now that they're both matured, got older, got to the bag, they can sit down and laugh about past beef because she was serious back then. Motherfuckers got hurt. Motherfuckers got killed. So it's like, it's a beautiful thing to see our people come together and get this bag instead of killing each other. You know what I mean? So it was a dope thing. So, of course, you know, Cameron brought up the topic of, you know, him basically tricking Jim out his position. Because once he did that, Cameron basically stopped fucking with Jim. So 50 Cent's damn near tricked the nigga out of his position. So, couple days later, you know, Jim goes on the interview. I want to say with Cam Capone News. And he's like, no. That Justin dude. He also got an interview with Kanye now. Like weirdo shit. They would like keep a nigga, like nigga, since he used a reference to his dick, like nigga, that's that, you know, that in jail in the streets, that's some disrespectful shit. You don't never invite a nigga to your penis. Whether nigga talking about not, and like Cam said, in a later podcast, like how can you have animosity with a nigga that still got somewhat love for you when every nigga that put hands on you, you make peace and truce up with, from True Life to them BMF niggas. I even got a situation where one of my homies had put hands on him over some nigga named Cardi who was signed to Heatmakers. For those that follow Dipset, you know Heatmakers. So, you know, Jim has always been known for the nigga running. So it's like, how you beefing with your brother, but you not beefing with these other niggas. Now, I understood where Cameron was coming from. But like, Jim just was on his rant. And then find out, nigga, you not even from Harlem. Like, you not, nigga, I'm from the Bronx. Be proud to be from the Bronx. We got Billy Bronco from the Bronx, nigga. Like, yeah. Shows my age, nigga. Al Pacino shit. Nigga thought he was gonna leave the game and run away with his bitch. Nigga said, nah, cuz you die here today. When his man thought he was gonna get a bag for sending his boss out, he got killed too. Real nigga shit. But like, and Jim has been probably, I ain't gonna say the least favorite out the Dipset. If we're gonna talk Dipset as a whole, as a collective, I'm gonna say Uncasa was like my least favorite nigga. Like, all right, quick rundown before I get back to my story. Top three is gonna be Cam, Jewels, Hellrail, maybe 40 Cal, and then everybody else trickle underneath that. But back to the Jim Jones situations, like, nigga, one, you dead ass let nigga trick you out your spot. You went and ate dinner with the enemy, and when you got there, your plate was cold, and them niggas left to the next party. So you got left behind like an idiot. Like he said, he made 20 million off that one song. Salute to that nigga. But like the way you'll turn your back on your peoples, that's some shiesty shit. And I give it to him over Cam. He has really repped this non-Trey shit since day one. Like he repped this Billy Gang shit, and shout out to my Billy niggas. Like I give Jim Jones, Jimmy, Jomo, whatever you call that nigga now, his credit on at least that part. But like, nigga, I'm more of a Freaky Zeke fan than Jim Jones. Niggas go like, yeah, something wrong with this nigga. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with me, nigga. But I'm gonna get to this Family Feud shit in a second because it's all messy. Jim, you talking bad about Mace, but then there's like 20 clips of you bragging on, oh, Mace taught me how to rap. Mace taught me how to rap. If it wasn't for Mace, I wouldn't be rapping. So it's like, I get it. Cam had his dispute with Mace back in the days. He done turned pastor. Oh, we gonna take him to church. It was a big hit. I was fucking with it. I'm like, they getting at the pastor, nigga. They getting at the pastor. And then Murder Mace came back. 50 Cent brought the nigga back from the dead. So like, out of all the big name outlets out there that represents the culture from the east to the west, you gotta get them niggas they props. Like, he even came out on the segment recently because, you know, Jewels has been speaking up, talking, saying shit now. So, and it said this is a crazy Family Feud. And like, this was the destruction of motherfucking the whole New York scene with the unity. And niggas got mad at Trinidad and James when he said the last time New York was popping was a Dipset era. And niggas took it as a disrespect, where that was the last time the city was cracking and popping. We had everything locked, from fashion to music. Like the whole world, everybody was looking at the city. Like, niggas loved our flavor. I mean, like, but Jewels came out, we was talking this shit, like, you know, he's not gonna really say too much on it because it's like, it's a big brother versus big brother situation. But you can even see that he's been siding with Jim. He's always been with Jim. Skull Gang ain't go nowhere. And you know, there's been some type of hidden animosity where, and I said, this is a Family Feud video, and we're gonna spin forward and backwards. Recently, Cameron did a podcast with Freaky Zeke, who was a relative of him, and it's crazy how Freaky's always with Jim every fucking time you see Jim. So like, Freaky, you're not gonna, like, yo, my nigga, stop talking about the cuz. It's like, you playing both sides of the game, Freaky, and I fuck with you. I done bought the hard copy of Book of Ezekiel, nigga, when CDs was still a thing. He had Freaky on there, and then Sin City. Now, for those who don't know who Sin City is, Sin City was supposed to be like a replacement for Max B when Max B fell out with Jim Jones, and you know, because he got that Max B type flow. Free Biggerville coming home soon. It's crazy. Max B is Jim homeboy. Cameron, he released the audio recently telling me, when he come home from jail, you know, he gonna motherfucking put a project together and make sure you get some money, and you could take everything, my nigga. I just want to see you eat. And that was some real nigga shit. Cameron always been on a real nigga shit, always making sure all his people eat. Where Jim always seemed like he a hater, my nigga. Always seemed like he was a hater. So it's like, and that's what I knew when Cameron came out with Jay-Z, they so-called pieced it up, and that was due to Jim. I could tell that love was fake. So if Jay-Z and Cameron could come together, why can't J.R. Ryder, Hell 40 Cal, and Jim come together? Because that's what's really blocking that real Dipset reunion is Jim. Jim hating ass. But Sin City was on his podcast, and he asked him about the Lil Wayne and Joel Santana situation. And this was before Lil Wayne was this big iconic name that he is now. Like, he came to the city to fuck with niggas. Niggas forgot the way Cash Money blew up was after the Cash Money Rough Rider tour in 2000. But he was like, he never stopped the project from coming out. It was like Universal wanted like 95% of whatever they made. And it's like, he was going to sign to that because, one, he said, they wanted Lil Wayne project, and he this is before he even dropped his first project. In order for them to have his project come out before Lil Wayne's first official project, they wanted 95%. And that's when they had already created their name and buzz independently. So like, why would he give a nigga 95% of what I built just so we could get a little push when they felt like they could have done it by themselves? And they damn sure enough did. So he cleared that smoke up with Joel. So it's like, back to the Jim. Like, what is Jim so mad of? Like, nigga brought Jim out of nowhere. Like, Jim is just at least he remind me of a shit. I don't know Jim personally, but I know a lot of people that know Jim. I know my niggas gonna be like, but niggas agree with me. Like, Jim don't, like, he's outside because he stay with the niggas, but he don't be the nigga that be outside putting in work. I mean, like, the whole shit is a messy family situation. It's like you got that little cousin that steals from you. So every family party, you got to put up your pocketbook on your back. Like, messy situation, man. Because I was one of the fans looking forward to the Dipset reunion, but we knew that shit was fake. And to be honest, Dipset versus D-Block, Dipset should have won that. But because of Jim hating ass. And I'm going to show you how arrogant and rude this nigga is. This is his first time on Cam Capone channel doing an interview with him. And he's asking him real questions that some of the people that have... See, I'm from the Bronx. He's from Bronx, Harlem, Polo Grounds, Washington Heights, whatever you want to call that borderline, because people forget Harlem is just North Manhattan. We speak of Harlem, but we don't speak of the rest of Manhattan. We got icons, big name kingpins, dons that came from Harlem. I mean, so we just speak of that little section because that's the section that represent our culture. But like, it seemed like it's always been a Jim issue because Cam put everybody on. You even see Jaja did a little video the other day, give a shout out to Cam. Like Cam was saying, on this first album, he only had his mom and Jim on the shit, and they didn't want some commercial tracks on this, so they ended up throwing Jermaine Dupri, I want to say like some singing bitch on there. I don't know if it was Destiny Child on the first shit. Yeah, I want to say Destiny Child was on the first shit. Like all he ever want to do was get his homie out of 5H, and that's what he did. But like, oh yeah, speaking of Max B, Frenchie, you had issue with Frenchie, and you and Frenchie cool now. Shout out to Max B, because if Max B didn't go to jail, I mean, there'll be no Frenchie. I mean, like, to be honest, Max B is what gave Jim Jones a lot of his flavor and charisma. My personal opinion. Hey, some nigga might be a Pop Champagne. Pop Champagne was dope. Ron Browse, who also signed my nigga Cardi, I had to get at him once because I'm like, how you promote the other niggas and you ain't promoting my nigga? Like, we serious about our niggas uptown. But like, wasn't really a Jim Joe fan. Like, I mean, just wasn't for me. It wasn't because he was on no Billy shit. Because I listen to a lot of blood music. But back to the situation. Hey, nothing wrong with being from the Bronx, my nigga. There's nothing wrong with being from the Bronx. Like, me, I actually rep several neighborhoods. But I let them know where I was born at, where I was raised at, you know, where I spent certain time periods. And there's nothing wrong with being from the Bronx. You from Harlem, you should know the Bronx get it popping and cracking too, nigga. Like, that's where niggas really, the home of Buck 50s came from, my nigga. You blood, you should know. We've been doing this from the 90s. You should know. And then you want to come out with a Harlem song. And then you come out with the remix for Harlem niggas. One, I don't like Dave East and I don't respect his crippin'. And then he run with the nigga Relly, who used to be blood, now he Crip. So I never looked at him as official, nigga. Vado cool. Vado's cool. Who else here on the track? Jewels. I look at Jewels different now, and I mean, like a recovering addict. Like, and it's okay, because my favorite rapper, Soulja Slim, was on heroin. I mean, I ain't knocking niggas for doing drugs, but like, nigga, you could have been as big as Jay-Z is if you would have stayed on the right path, stayed clean, been loyal, nigga, just been consistent with shit. I guess you got around Lil Wayne and y'all started doing drugs together. I don't know. I'm just saying. It was like that's when the careers kind of went Lil Wayne went up and Jewels went down. And a lot of these big name icons got their style from a lot of East Coast niggas. And they can admit it. But like, let me get back to the topic, but like, Drake got his style from like Joe Buttons, and how he said Drizzy Drake. He got that from Drizzy Dre, from Cool and Dre, from back in Miami. You know, Scott Storch, Fat Joe, DJ Khaled. I mean, back in the early days. That's when Drake was really picking something from here, something from there, building his style. So it's like, it's okay to like build your image off somebody else as long as you tilt your hat and pay homage. That's what Officer Rose didn't do. But like Lil Wayne, that's when he started creating the Young Money shit. He picked up Corey Guns, Jay Mills. Like, he really got a lot of his influence from the East Coast. And Jim, in that interview with Cam Capone News, who he was totally rude to, talking about, you didn't pay me enough to answer certain questions. Like, if this was the Breakfast Club and this was Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy, you would have been talking to a nigga like that. Like, that was hella rude, my nigga. But he was saying how the rock and roll pop star look, the jeans with the chains, he kind of Lil Wayne got that from him. And a lot of y'all niggas got that from motherfucking Kanye. Because I seen a lot of y'all niggas on that Louis Vuitton, whatever, that the Walkway show shit years ago. Y'all niggas was hella zesty. Like, and then he tried to back Cam up, saying he's the one that started that pink shit. Yes and no, but at the end of the day, the world that pays attention to where trends actually start from, you know what I mean? We thought Cameron was a nigga, you know what I mean? Because Cameron was always the one that came out first with the pink Lambo, the pink mink. I mean, like he got labeled the Pink Panther after the Pink Panther. That's when they had the movie and Beyonce did the soundtrack. I think, was she even in the movie or some shit like that? I don't know. I don't really watch the shit. But like, Cameron got the world wearing pink. You may have been the trendsetter of the song with you and the Migos, but guess what? A nigga took your idea and ran with it, cuz. But I ain't gonna talk your motherfucking head off. What you think about the situation with Cam and motherfucking Jim? Is it getting out of control? Like, Like, and then we got everybody that fucks with everybody, and they just everywhere, and nobody's getting niggas together like Farrakhan is sitting down like chopping shit up. Like, when we gonna end this bullshit beef, nigga? Like, Dipset was the biggest entity from New York City. So the biggest entities, of course, was Rockefeller Records. We're not even gonna go Def Jam, because Def Jam was another shit that covered the world. We're talking about shit, brands that represent just the city of New York. Dipset, Rockefeller Records, which started branching off, and, you know, Philly and everywhere else. D Block, and then G on it. Murder Inc. went and Cadillac Tar, Black Charles, nigga, their career ended just as quick as Jaws. But we gonna have another segment about Murder Inc. when I talk about motherfucking Irv. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Follow me on Instagram, The Revolutionary Cuz Show. That's also the Facebook fan page. Stay tuned. A lot of dope shit coming your way. I apologize. My shit been MIA-yo. But shit, your boy's still here. Till next time, you know what it is. Smoking for your boy. Triples.